What are your thoughts on Hollywood stealing an unknown writer's idea? Does this happen a lot?
I think it happens a lot less than people believe, because like my old writing partner and I used to say, we'd make more money off the lawsuit than we would on the screenplay. Go ahead and steal. And it'd be such a pleasure for you to steal our idea. That means it's something good, But you writers do. A writer asked me like, okay, what's this process of copyright? Before I let anybody read it. And I was like, okay, you can copyright the script. It takes a process. It's money, and or you can register at the guild, or some say that even by the mere existence of creating it is a copyright. So there's all sorts of factors. But what I've read is that the copyright would protect you more in court. But the thing with that is that you never own the copyright of a screenplay, because the minute you sell it, it becomes a work for hire. So you always have to sign over the rights to the company. So that was given away a long time ago in guild negotiations, that the writer never owns the copyright of the script. So it's okay to do that, but when you see on the cover it says registered WGAW number 1265555, that's just a dead giveaway of like an amateur that's afraid of my stuff being stolen. You know what I mean? No professional writes that on the cover of a script. I think professionals expect you to do your due diligence, and what I think the more chance of something being stolen is a pitch, because that's out in the ether. Like I was saying before, my writing partner and I would go on these pitch fests, that their agent would send us on to like 12 companies. And we'd do the same pitch around town. And at 2 o'clock, we've got with this person. And our manager would ask us, agent and manager go, how did it go? And we'd say, well, they didn't, their eyes didn't light up. And they go, okay, maybe you should switch it and change this element. So from the afternoon on, we changed a different version of the thing. But my point is, it's all a living, breathing thing. And so somebody could wake up the next morning and go, now that might not be the exact pitch, but let's say an element of it, and go, you know what, I have an idea, and that works in. What do you do about that? But you can't be that way where you think everybody's going to steal your stuff. It's just not. You can be smart, and when you send out your script, you should keep track in a log or journal or spreadsheet who's reading the script every time out. If you don't have an agent or manager who that's their job, obviously they'll know that, and it'll be through an official channel. But somebody says, oh yeah, give me the script. I work at a company. Okay, that goes down. Who read it? When? Because these are important things to know. Who you don't want to send your, you want to know who's reading it. That's important too. Because if it starts getting bad feedback, you never hear about it. And then suddenly things start being like, why don't I get a meeting with that company? Because people are talking now. In the old days of going to a database and there'd be coverage, and the studio would now have the coverage, and you couldn't fool them, because they go, oh yeah, we read that 2 years ago. They're trying to pawn that off on us again. So I wouldn't be too fearful of, and there was a few stories about outright theft, but I think it's so, you can't be afraid to send your stuff out, and it's sort of an arrogant idea where it's like, well, my idea is so genius that they're going to steal it. Like Warner Brothers doesn't have enough amazing ideas already. And yours might be the one they steal, but it'd be a good lawsuit.
But that being said, though, don't be irresponsible sending it out.
No.
Log the date, the place.
Absolutely.
The address even.
Oh yeah, no, keep it all, because you want to keep track of who's reading your stuff. You want to keep in control of that. And that's why when writers post their stuff, like a script up on their web page, I would say, don't do that. You don't know who's reading it. You don't know who's stealing your ideas, right? You have no way of tracking that. If you're afraid of that, that's even worse, because somebody's just going to your website, and I know it's a way to promote your stuff, but that's not the way. To have your full script on your website for someone just to read. Who's reading it? You want to keep track of that.